They say a dog is man's best friend, which is true. A dog would give up its own life to keep its humans safe. But it's not just dogs. Other animals too would do anything to defend their owners. Like this tiger, who saved its trainer from a suspicious leopard. But you'll have to stick around till the end for that one. Today, we're going to show you 30 times animals rescued their owners. So hit that subscribe button and let's begin. This child was about to be abducted in broad daylight at a park, but then this dog saw that something wasn't quite right and came rushing to scare the kidnapper off and save the child. When a dog attacked this 4-year-old boy on his bike, Tara the cat wasn't going to just stand by and let that happen. She intervened and saved the boy from being brutalized by that dog. This beluga whale saved a diver from drowning and brought her ashore. It pushed the diver out of the water with its fin and then made sure they got back onto the boat as well. At first, the diver thought the whale was going to whip him with its tail and crush his bones, but the whale was actually his savior all along. A 3-year-old boy fell into the gorilla enclosure at the zoo, but Binti the gorilla treated him with astonishing gentleness. She picked the boy up and carried him back to safety. This Meridian man kept a squirrel as a pet, but there's no way he would have anticipated that the squirrel was going to go nuts. When it noticed a burglar coming to steal the owner's guns, the squirrel chased him off before he could take anything. This baby elephant came charging forward to play lifeguard when she saw her human being carried away by the current to certain death. Shiloh was sitting nearby when he realized that his family's 18-month-old was about to be attacked by a copperhead snake. He went charging in and protected him, but got bit himself in the scuffle. This man's wheelchair slid down the embankment and he fell into the water. But before he could drown, his dog, a 9-year-old beagle named Sarah, noticed that he needed some help and started barking to grab the attention of passersby who could rescue him, which is exactly what happened. In Indianapolis, a cat noticed someone was trying to break into its house. As soon as the intruder pushed the screen window, the cat attacked him ferociously, which alerted the family, who then called the police. Ever since this rescue cat named Sandy was saved by a little boy named Bo, it goes wherever he does, and is never seen without him. Bo was sleeping with his mom when Sandy came and woke her up, and brought her attention to Bo, who was having a seizure. She then called for help, which arrived in time to save her son. Residents of this neighborhood found a toddler walking on the streets early morning, still in its PJs, accompanied by this large pit bull who was acting as a bodyguard to the lost child. They made sure the boy was returned to his family and the pit bull returned to its owner. Sasha the pit bull was the first to realize that a fire had broken out at a neighboring home and alerted everyone to the danger before the fire got too big, saving everyone's life. This small newborn was abandoned in India. It surely would have died from the cold, but a litter of puppies found it and decided to keep it safe and warm until further help arrived. When an 83-year-old woman fell down a ravine in England, there's no way anyone would have known that she needed help and to come rescue her, had it not been for her cat, who led the authorities to where she was. This family was watching some TV when they noticed their cat leave to go and sniff a valve near the fireplace. Curious as what she was smelling, they went to investigate and discovered that there was indeed a gas leak that could have been disastrous had the cat not brought their attention to it. Nin Nong the elephant saved the life of a little girl, Amber Owen, when a tsunami hit Thailand and was about to carry her off. When this cow saw his owner being dragged into a fight, he couldn't help but rush to his side and save him. This man broke his neck while outdoors in freezing temperatures. The only way he survived was thanks to his dog being there, who lied down on him and kept him warm and barked for help. His nearest neighbor was a quarter of a mile away, But his dog's barking alerted some passersby who came to his aid and ultimately saved his life. This 84-year-old veteran named Ron was on the floor for 16 hours after he fell, but then his cat saved his life. His arm was pinned under him, and he'd left his life alert device in the other room. He thought he was done for, but then his cat Fluffy came to the rescue. Fluffy brought Ron's phone to him, which allowed him to call for help. This whale saved a diver from being eaten by a shark. When the Jordan family hired a nanny for their 7-month-old son Finn, they had no idea what was about to happen. They noticed that a while after she started working for them, their dog would bark every time she'd come home. It seemed like the dog was trying to protect them. So they hid cameras around the house and discovered that the nanny was actually abusing their child. When the house caught fire, instead of trying to save itself and run, Melvin, the blind cat, woke up everyone in the family and made sure they knew there was a fire. Some children were playing in their grandmother's backyard when the pit bulls started acting agitated all of a sudden. It turned out that there were snakes in the grass who were about to attack the children and would have gotten away with it if the dogs hadn't alerted the adults. We can clearly see in this clip that the dog here is up to no good and wants to attack. But not while this kitty is around. She even fights the dog and intimidates it into leaving her owner alone. This parrot cried out in alarm and made as much noise as he could when a little girl who his owner was taking care of started choking on her breakfast. It would have probably been too late for the girl if Willie hadn't been there. Willie was even awarded the local Red Cross for his heroic act. Masha the cat found an abandoned human baby and decided to save his life. She cuddled up with the baby and prevented him from freezing to death in the harsh Russian winter. Paramedics were amazed when they came to the scene and saw what had happened. This goose is out for blood. We can't understand why it's so angry, but thankfully, this guy has his dog around to save him and scare the goose away. A man in Australia was on his phone, unaware of a deadly snake about to pounce on him. But fortunately, nothing happened to him since his dog was there to save his life. This cat is no less than a mom. When no one else was around, this cat was caught saving the baby from falling over the railing on the balcony. This man was about to become dinner for this leopard, who was eyeing him from a distance. But his tiger friend wasn't going to let the leopard anywhere near him. Alright, comment down below which of these brave animals you'd want to keep as a pet. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to TrendJoint for more. See you in the next one.